My name is Niyati. Hola, me llamo Niyati, and today we are going to be talking about the celestial events of June. But before we start, the day of me recording this is Sunday, June 5th, and June 5th is Environmental Day, as we all know. So okay, go save the earth, plant a tree, and save water. So save the earth, because earth is important, and without earth we'll all die, and we don't want to die yet, right? So go save the earth. Okay, now let's start with the video. So the first event of June is on June 6th, and we have asteroid 29 Amphitrite at opposition. This asteroid will be at opposition to the Earth's opposite side. This asteroid is also the 5th largest in the asteroid belt, and to find it we need to look in the constellation of Scorpius. Then on June 18th, which is very long time in between June 6th and June 18th, June is a very sleepy month, but then it becomes really interesting. So anyway, on June 18th, we have the conjunction of Moon and Saturn. So it'll just be Moon and Saturn conjuncting. And conjunction astronomically means when two objects look like they are on top of each other or next to each other. And in this case, those two objects are Moon and Saturn. And then on June 21st, we have the conjunction of Moon and Jupiter. So instead of Moon and Saturn, this will be Moon and Jupiter next to each other. And then again on June 21st, we have the June solstice, which is an important event. So June solstice is the longest day in the year for the people in the northern hemisphere. Basically, it is it's also called the summer solstice. But for people in the southern hemisphere, it is the autumn solstice, because the seasons are reversed. So then on June 22nd, we have the conjunction or lunar occultation of Moon and Mars. So why is it the conjunction or lunar occultation? Because the lunar occultation is only visible near the South Pacific. So if you are in the South Pacific, it will be a lunar occultation for you. But if for the rest of the world, it is just a conjunction of Moon and Mars. On June 22nd, we have the grand alignment of the visible planets. So what is this thing? It's an awesome event where all of the visible planets, which are Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter and Saturn, will be visible in order next to each other, which will be so cool. So then on June 23rd, we have Mercury at its morning peak. So since it needs to get into position, it will be at its morning peak, which is basically the highest it can go in the morning sky. So on June 24th, we have the conjunction or lunar occultation of Moon and Uranus. So why is it this again? Because the lunar occultation will only be visible if you are in Northwest Australia or Southern Indonesia. If you are not, then you will see it as a conjunction between the Moon and Uranus. Then on June 26th, we have the conjunction of Moon and Venus. So Venus is called the morning star. Why? Because it is the brightest star in the morning and evening sky. This is not a star, it's a planet, so don't get confused with that. So basically, it will just be Moon and Venus next to each other. That's what a conjunction is. And then on June 27th, we have the Boutids meteor shower, which is a lesser known meteor shower because of its zenith hour rate. Its zenith hour rate is 1 to 2 meteors per hour, which is not a lot compared to those bigger meteor showers like the Geminids in December and the Taurids and stuff like that. But it's still a meteor shower, and meteor showers are awesome, so stop discriminating them. Okay, now we'll start with the moons of June. So the full moon of June is on June 14th, and it is called the full strawberry moon. And this time it is a super moon, which is amazing because super moons are awesome. Super moons are basically just a bigger version of the moon, which is just a full moon at its apogee. And apogee means the closest point it can come to Earth. So new moon is on 29th June, and the first quarter is on 7th June, and the second quarter is on 21st June. So that's all of the moons of June, and that's where this video ends. I hope you liked this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. Adios. So then on June 24th, we have the conjunction or lunar occultation of the Moon and Uranus. I'm thinking about serious cats. But it's not a star, it's a planet. Okay, it's a star, not a planet. It's a star.